Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Division 5. It's Season 9, Round 5. We are down in Australia tonight, and I am joined by um, a very familiar person in the RSF1 paddock. This man has 18 RSF1 race starts. He has 5 podiums. And in those 5 podiums, 2 of them have been converted to a win. He has scored a total of over 149 points in his RSF1 career. It's the one and only Mr. Wee Biscuits. How are we?
I'm alright, yeah, happy to be here. First
Yeah,
comment session with
absolutely.
RSF1. Obviously done other commentary for other leagues, but nothing can beat some RSF1.
Yeah, it'll be amazing. Oh, it looks like we
Obviously,
have got a wet qualifying to kick us
obviously
off.
being a Division 5 driver last season, it's always nice and exciting to come back to it and see
Always good
what's
to get a
going on.
flash from the past.
Yeah, it's always nice to come back and see all what is happening with everything.
Indeed. It looks like we have got a wet qualifying to get us kicked off tonight. So we'll see who's going to be heading out first. We've only got
Last time,
16 people on the track tonight, so only one person will be leaving us, which will be Thor, because he is serving a qualifying ban, so everyone is going to get through in this qualifying session. You were saying, Rory?
obviously, the last time Division 5 came to Australia, we had 5 cars going out on the route lap. They all
We
seemed
did.
to have they had a coming together around turn 3, not even that turn 2. They all had a coming together. That was obviously involving Liam and Immortal. Bit of a misunderstanding there.
Thor saying, thank God I am missing quali in the rain. Well, looks like you have hit the jackpot with that one. Chrismic saying Thor for Paul, I don't think that's going to be very likely since he is not going to be qualifying. Anyway, um, yeah, reverse poll. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these drivers cope in the wet conditions, because it might be dry in the race, but we're not too sure yet. Maybe it'll just be a shower in the first part of qualifying, so these times are really going to count if these drivers want to get through at Q2. Well, what am I saying? They're already going to get through at Q2 because there's only going to be 15 people setting laps, so
Yeah,
this could just give them a bit of practice in the rain, I'd say.
it'll be interesting to see them go about in the rain. Obviously, I'm sure not a lot of them would be expecting to have this rain come down, so they all have dry setups right now.
Absolutely.
It'll be very interesting to see who can handle the dries the best, the wets the best.
We've got Slicks who's going to be the first one to cross the line for a lap. Got about, say, 9-10 drivers already out on their laps at the moment. I'm
Slicks is
not too
having
sure.
a very good qualifying run in previous races. He's gotten a few front row starts, but he's been
Absolutely.
extremely unlucky in the race. Obviously,
Got
getting
pole last week.
selected.
Yep.
He seems to be in a lot of the collisions. Completely
Yeah,
not by
absolutely.
his own fault there.
Anyway, Slicks is the first one to get us going in qualifying. Is heading through sector 1 as we speak. Heading up towards turn 3. We'll see how he takes this corner. Seems to have it quite nice. He's got a Ferrari directly in front of him, so that will have to surely watch out the way. Does get so in. There's a little bit of a squabble from the Ferrari. I'm not too sure who it was, but Slicks has gone very wide. Osiris has picked up a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Slicks, so there must have been a bit of contact through sector 1. Move on though as Slicks heads through the very fast part of sector 2. This is where he really needs to keep it close to the barrier because he wants to give himself as much room as he can for turns, I believe it's 8 and 9 if I'm not mistaken, onto this third bit of DRS on this lap. Albert Park is known for having the most amount of DRS zones out of the whole calendar with 4, and he's invalidated, so that is not the best start for the Alpha Tauri. We will move on to the next car, which I believe will be it is, we have got a Williams. It's on an out lap. We've got Liam who's on a lap right now in sector 3. We'll see what the fellow Scotsman can do on this run. Into the final few corners now, making sure not to stay on the curbs because it is a very slippy track. Liam heads to the line now, and it's going to be a 1:29.3 to get us going in qualifying. Next one to cross line will be Kabuki, but has invalidated that lap, so it will not count, as has Lisa Vince. I think a lot of people are struggling for track limits around here. Next one to cross the line will be the Alfa Romeo of JR Bradshaw, and goes second with a 29.8. DCFC doing a 29.9 for the Ferrari. What will Daniel P45 do? His teammates on provisional polls. It speaks Slick scores a 29.7 as Daniel does a 30.9. So Slick's already shown some amazing pace in the wet conditions. Days puts in a 21.9, so these drivers obviously knowing that they're not going to need very fast laps to get through, as everyone will probably just be doing one lap and going into the pit lane, I believe. So Rory, who do you think's going to be in with contention for pole position tonight? Might be having a few technical difficulties with hearing Rory.
So I'm mute.
Ah, you might have been on mute. That might have been it.
Yeah. Well, as I was saying, I think after previous races, Slicks will definitely be up there because he has got a good qualifying run. But I also think we've got AK the Legend. He's definitely up there, obviously, coming off of race wins. Quite a good run of race wins actually, when we're in Monaco and Brazil. As he goes fastest with a 1:28.6.
Very impressive. Both
So
Alpha
Alpha
Tauris showing
Tauri
some
1
amazing
2.
pace.
Slicks
Slicks
beats
beats
that
that
again.
again.
These Alpha Tauris are flying. Slicks almost by a full second, beating his teammate there on 3 lap old intermediates as well.
Conditions are definitely changing out there.
Yeah, you can see the starting to, dry line is starting to form. So might see some slick running in the end of Q1. We've got a Ferrari round.
It's the Ferrari of Osiris, I believe.
There's one
Just
coming
through the final corner.
coming out of turn 15 there.
Anyway, his teammate DCFC is a 10th up going through Sector 2 at the moment.
Hopefully the Haas car in front will get out of the way. I think that is Greg Picker out in front of him maybe. That is Greg Picker.
Speaking of Haas's, we have got a return to the grid tonight with Timmer. So that'll be quite interesting to see how Timmer fares in this one.
I think the last race he done might have been in Belgium. Season 8.
Anyway, it's good to see some familiar faces returning to the paddock, as a lot of drivers opting to come into the pit lane. We've got a few on outlaps at the moment. Got Kabuki, Lauvers, Brick Grit and Emotive Carrot.
We have a few drivers not completing a time yet. You don't really need to complete a time because they're guaranteed to get through. They have Motive Carrot and the Aston Martin starting her first lap of the week.
Roy, maybe put your mic a wee bit closer to your mouth.
Is
See,
that better?
I'm just gonna try and adjust the volume.
Okay. See if that's any better. Should be, I hope.
It is a little bit quiet, so okay, we should be okay with that now. Motive Carrot's heading through Sector 2 at the moment. Set up purple Sector 2 as we speak.
Am I on mute or not?
I don't think so.
We'll
No, you're
check in
not.
that still.
Motive Carrot heading through the final few corners now. Seems to be in a relatively good lap for the Aston Martin. We'll see how it fares to the others. Goes fourth fastest with a 28.6. Lava is getting ready to start a lap as I believe we have Kabuki heading through Sector 3 at the moment. Runs a little bit wide through the final two corners. Keeps it nice and close for the final corner though. Now it's a long drag race down to the start finish line and goes fourth fastest just ahead of his teammate with a 28.6.
That's good there from the Aston Martins.
It is very good, showing some solid pace. What can a Motive Carrot do now? A tenth and a half up, goes past our teammate with a 28.5.
The Astons look very quick around here, but
Absolutely.
the track is still evolving, so we've got Brick Red and the other Alpine coming in between. I think that's turn 9, it's coming up to turn 11 now. As long as you can keep it in here without spinning out, you should be good, and the Alpine does that very nicely there. Keeping it nice and clean, obviously.
Alves has run right at the final corner.
But Days Freak going very far off the track there, he's locked both front tyres off.
I think Brick will be the next one to set a decent time.
Yeah, the laps look good from Brick so far. Kept it nice and clean for the corners.
It's a
Not bad.
29.6.
Obviously, it's enough to get him through, it's enough to get anyone through.
As we have cars pulling into the pit lane. I'm not too sure why some of the cars are going back out.
Yeah, there's no need for them to come back out, is there?
Yeah.
Because they're all through.
If it's gonna be a wet quali, then save the tyres, I say.
Yeah. We've got Tama coming into the pits now. We do have some drivers coming into the pits, but there are also some coming out of the pits. Wonder if they know something that we don't, and maybe it is a wet race, and they're getting used to the wets, maybe.
Maybe.
Thor predicting himself in P10, I can see that happening. Only 6 positions to make up, and it's quite tight for turn 1, so there could be a few collisions there.
Gravedigger currently on a lap, sitting second in the championship. Got overtaken last week by AK the Legend, so that's going to spice up to be an interesting championship battle between these two. Heading through Sector 1 at the moment, seems to have done a relatively nice job through these first few corners. Is 6 tenths up, so massive improvement already from the Haas. heading through Sector 2 now into this very tricky sequence of corners. No DRS in the wet conditions, so it's all about your downforce. If you can balance that between downforce and your straight line speed, then you should be okay.
We've got both the Williams cars up there in 6th and 7th. That's good from them.
Solid running from them. Gravedigger crosses the line now, and it's enough for P3.
That's good from Gravedigger. He's right behind his championship rival.
Still round about 3/10 though between them and the Alpha Tauris.
Yeah, the Alpha Tauris have got massive pace this night. They're very quick, sitting 1 and 2 obviously. We've got Liam in an out lap now. He's came out of the pit lane.
With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, these drivers might just want to get comfortable with the conditions.
Hopefully none of them have a bit of an incident that will ruin their whole qualifying.
How are we, Adam? Adam says that he'll make it back for the race, which is very good to hear. We'll get you an invite and we'll get you in here.
And there have drivers starting to retire in the pits because there's no need to be out running on track.
We've got Liam coming around the final few corners now. Rory, since you know Liam just as well as me, why don't you take us on a lap with him?
I'll take a lap with Liam, okay. My pleasure. You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Coming at turn 1, nice and early on the brake, so you don't run wide. You want to stay as close as you can. Obviously hitting this curb with no DRS open because we are in intermediate conditions. Brake quite hard coming into turn 4, and hook the car up. Obviously Liam decided not to downshift there, still think he needs it. And this corner is usually flat out in the dry, just a little lift off in the rain. That was turn 6 now?
Turn 6, I believe.
Yeah, down to 4th gear, back up to 5th for this long straight from turn 9 to turn 11. Obviously again, no DRS for Liam, but he won't need it. He's using all his ERS. Now this is the tricky part of the lap.
Get nice and close to the wall.
Liam keeps it nice and clean through there, decides to stay off that outside curb so he doesn't spin it. Now this is a hard braking zone and he brakes just before the 50 metres. Just misses the apex but he gets it back on the curb. Another technical part of the track in the dry, so never mind the wet. Liam looks to have kept it clean enough. Coming into the second last corner. Make sure you don't go too deep. And it's in that perfect lane, you want to be easy on the throttle here. Just keep it easy, and Liam's done that pretty nicely. A little bit of a wobble, but this looks pretty good from the Williams driver. He brews up to P7. Not a bad lap from the Williams there.
I'm sure he's got some pace to give as well.
We've got Alvarez who's invalidated, so he'll be coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
And that will be the end of qualifying. There's not going to be enough time to take the checkered flag. So the only driver we lose in this session is Thor due to a qualifying ban. But we see both of the Alpha Tauris sticking at 1-2 in the first part of qualifying. Maybe some of the other teams should be worried about that, as this is a very strong team in Division 5.
Yeah,
6 with 1.5 tenths advantage over his teammate.
We've got both the Alpha Tauri. We've got one Alpha Tauri that is very good in qualifying, one Alpha Tauri that's very good in the race. So this is quite interesting.
That'll be interesting.
There's a big gap from the Legends back to Gravedigger.
It looks like we've got just as wet of a qualifying two as the first session. We will be losing 5 drivers in this session though, so everyone will be wanting to put in as good a lap as possible. First car out on track is Liam, who was P6 in that first part of qualifying. It'll be interesting to see if any of the drivers can go any quicker in this session, if the track has evolved or not. Liam heads around the final 2 corners now to get us started for Q2. Heading down the main straight. Keeps it very nice through turn 1. Got a few cars quite close together. I think it's Days and I think it's Slicks. Days moved out the way because I think Slicks might be on a lap. We've got Liam coming through sector 2 at the moment. It's got a Haas in front of him. The Haas doesn't seem to be moving out of the way though. That was the Haas of Osiris, who has potentially blocked Liam on his lap. We'll have to see what's said about that one, as Liam goes straight over and invalidates. Osiris being given a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Liam. Wasn't Osiris given a 5-place grid penalty in qualifying 1 as well? Slick says the fastest time with a 27.9, followed by Lisa with a 31.1. I think we're having some difficulties with Rory, so
Is that it now?
yeah, we can
No?
hear you again.
Right.
Anyway, Timmer and Gravedigger have both gone second and third with their 28.3s. Slicks goes fastest with a 27.9.
I'm figuring out this new mic because I can't tell what's on mute and what's not on mute.
Okay.
I might be on mute sometimes, I'm not sure. But yeah, I was just going back to that Osiris incident. He blocked Liam coming through turn 11, And coming back off the back straight, he then sat off the apex and Liam had to bounce over it, and he did hit the front wing of Osiris, causing a 5 grid place penalty.
I think Osiris picked up a 5 place grid penalty in first part of qualifying as well.
Yeah, so he'll be knocked back 10 positions now.
Oh my god, Daniel in a very close moment coming through the end of sector 2. Has managed to keep it out of the wall, but that was um, heart and throat moment for the Williams, who pulls it over to let the oncoming Hasses go through and the Alpha Tauri. As we have GR Bradshaw going at P3 with a 28 flat.
Oh, we've got a big moment there from Slicks. Almost hitting the wall there.
That wouldn't have been
Massive
good for the
moment.
provisional pulsar.
He was full on, full lock, the opposite direction. Almost smacking into the wall there, obviously invalidating his lap. We've got AKA the Legend starting his first lap of the session.
We have a motive car currently going through sector 2 at the moment.
Bit of traffic in front of her, but they should all
Bit
get out of the way. It looks
2
clean.
seconds up, so we will move on to Timmer, who is currently 3 tenths up on his time. This could be quite a decent lap from Timmer.
Yeah, it's got an
This
Alfa
could see
Romeo in the way. He
this could
gets
see
it very
Timmer
nicely.
going to the top if he can keep this time.
Yeah, track seems to be evolving quite a lot now.
Oh, very twitchy through turn 9, I believe.
We've got DCFC out on a pair of soft compounded tyres, so that's an intermediate car. Never mind. The on-screen display is wrong.
It's all
We've got
good.
a car out.
It's Lisa Vance.
He's crashing into the pit wall.
Oh dear, this pit wall is very narrow, and it has caught out our first driver, and it is Lisa Vance.
Watching
Timmer's
AKA
heading
the
to the line
Legend.
now. What's it going to be for the Haas? It's enough to stay P4, but has improved
AKA the
on the time.
Legend. Going for turn 15 now. They're coming into the final corner, which is turn 16. Nice and easy on the power there. And he floors it. Put to the floor until on the back first main straight. To the line now. Still in it for P4. We've
Cyrus
got
picks up
another 5
another
seconds.
penalty.
That's 15 penalties now. 15 grid place penalty.
So Cyrus is definitely going to be out, no matter what.
He's going to be back off the grid.
Yeah.
He's going to be 14th back in front of Thor. We have DCFC now. I think the screen's wrong because it's telling me he's on a set of softs, but I don't know if that's because he's not completed his first lap
It
yet.
says intermediates for me, so
That's a bit of an issue for
we'll
me.
see.
But he's coming to turn 15 now on his first lap of the session.
Coming
Bit
to
of
the
a big
final corner.
moment there.
Still has 84% battery.
Massive moment out of turn 1.
Goes 6th fastest.
But Days Freak obviously in a dangerous position right now.
He's gone into the pit lane. We've got Liam, who is currently on a lap at the moment,
This will be
heading through the final 2 corners.
not sure Liam would have wanted to do 2 runs on 2 sets of sprinters, but obviously he got blocked on his first lap of the session.
Crossliner only goes P10, but knocks Days into the elimination zone. So we will probably see Liam back out on track in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, Liam's going to have to go again.
Absolutely.
That's definitely not enough to get him into Q3. We've only
Daniel
seen one
starts on that.
Q3 appearance from Liam this year.
I think it was in the first race.
Yeah, obviously Liam did get a podium in the first race, but obviously a harsh penalty for LCFC Dave promoted him up to P3. As Liam had multiple warnings and Dave did not, but he got a harsh penalty given during the race, so he got promoted to P3. But then Dave moved up a tier, so I think we count that as a Liam podium.
You can have your say on it either way.
Yeah. Obviously, Dave did join Division 4 from Division 5, and we've got DCFC.
DCFC going
Massive
fastest
flicks
with a
this time.
27.6.
I think Liam might go again because he's put his battery to 100%. Oh, he also could
Absolutely.
come into the pit lane.
We'll see what the Scotsman does in the next couple of corners. Liam
Box.
does come into the pit lane. Gonna get himself prepared for one final run.
We've got
What
Daniel
does
on a
his
lap.
teammate do? Absolutely, Daniel is on a lap, I believe.
Big moment there.
It's not going to be a very quick lap from Daniel. It goes P11, so we'll have to go again, but it's going to be very close with him getting in and out.
And the Alpine of Brickrit as well on a lap.
Brickrit in danger at the moment because has not set a lap yet. For the final two corners now, foot to the floor. We have drivers coming out for their final runs. Brickrit crosses the line now,
Not
goes
so
10th
bad.
fastest.
So Liam will have to get into the pits and
Both
straight back out.
Williams are out as it stands. Daniel is on a lap though.
He's
Has
pushing
gone purple
again.
through the middle sector. The first sector, sorry. Daniel's a 10th up on his time, but will it be enough? He's going to have to find a lot more time through sector 2
He was
and
attacking.
3.
He was attacking them corners there. He seems to be pushing it onto the limit. I think that's surely an
And it's gone
invalidation.
very, very wide.
Obviously must have lost time there because it wasn't enough for an invalidation.
Entering the final few corners now. To the line he goes. Reaching over 180 mile an hour. Goes 9th fastest with a 28.6. My screen is correct. Osiris is out on medium tyres.
Is
And
he?
that is correct.
He is out on mediums. He's taking a massive gamble here. But he just goes straight
It's
on.
gone straight on at turn 4. Turn 3, sorry.
Bradshaw
Joe Bradshaw
thinking he's
retires
safe.
from the session.
Osiris has took a big gamble here and it
As
doesn't
Brett
look
Greg
to be
goes
paying
three
off.
tenths quicker, goes P10.
Osiris is just all over the
Gravedigger's on a
place.
lap. Gravedigger's going to have to watch out for this Ferrari.
Everyone's going to have to watch out for the Ferrari.
Absolutely.
What Williams is that coming through? That is
It's the Williams
Daniel.
of Daniel. Gravedigger goes 2 tenths quicker than his previous time through Sector 1.
We have Slicks on another fast lap here. He's up by a tenth. And Days Freak goes flying off the track there. He's going to have to go for another run.
Gravedigger heads for the final few corners now. It's caught up to the Ferrari of Osiris. Let's see what happens here. Gets out the way nicely.
We've got an Aston Martin coming fastly behind Osiris, and there's a bit of a hill. He's been pulled up there. And what car has been pulled up by Osiris, so he does box because it is not.
Gravedigger crosses the line now. It's enough for P3 with a 27.8. Okay. Alright. No bother. We will, I'll screenshot the grids and we'll get it sent through to the lobby host. Okay, no bother. So we have got Slicks who's a 10th down. Days is currently coming through Sector 1 at the moment. Really needs to improve because it is in the elimination zone. Checkered flag is out. This is really now or never for the American. No bother. Who's lobby host? Okay. Yep. Gravedigger, not Gravedigger, Days Freak is heading
This is
through
going
the
to be an
final two
important lap
corners.
for the American here. Really need to go on. He needs a big improvement here. Man from America, can he get out of Q2?
Yes,
he
he
can.
does!
He knocks Daniel out. Very important lap there from Days Freak.
And Liam does not need to go any quicker. Liam is safe.
He's still going to push though. Coming along the line now.
Where
What
does
is he
Liam
going to
go?
do? He
Goes
puts a
P3!
P3!
Amazing
Phenomenal
lap
from
from
the Williams
Liam,
there.
27.8. Phenomenal stuff from Liam. That'll put a very big smile on his face heading into Q3.
He's very happy with that, the Williams driver.
Okay, I'm going to be 2 minutes. I'm just going to run and do something.
No bother.
Okay, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in Q3 and it looks like it has stopped raining.
It has stopped raining.
We're going to get some slick conditions. This will be interesting.
Very
This will be
interesting.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Slicks is the first one out on track, but is on intermediates at the moment. The track does look a little bit damp still, I've got to say.
It does look damp, but the rain has obviously stopped, so it will dry out very quickly. Maybe it just looks wet because the Slick seems to be struggling in this first corner there, so it might look wet, but it could actually be dry. We've seen this on F1 games before, especially on
Typical EA thing.
F1 22. On F1 22 we've seen this. It looked wet on track, but it was actually dry enough.
Everyone's still going out on intermediate tyres at the moment. We've got Kabuki. Kabuki has taken the gamble, maybe. It's on soft tyres. Liam has changed to the soft tyres.
It does look dry now. DRS
DRS
has
is
been
enabled.
enabled. It is dry.
It's dry
On board
conditions, here we go.
on board the Slicks, you can clearly see that it is drier, and it is enough for the dry tyres to come and work now. Let's see if Slicks decides to box or decides to do this first lap. He's going to stay out.
What will Days Freak do? Everyone will have got the notification that DRS is enabled.
Slicks is
Are they going to
obviously
waste the
enabling
time?
it.
Are they going to waste the time though?
We have Liam on the softs now. He's the first one out on the softs.
Days is going to do the lap on the intermediates.
Same with Slicks.
And jump on board with
Liam
Slicks.
is on the softs.
We'll keep an eye on that time as well as DCFC
DCFC
retires from the
crashed.
session. It's in the wall. The Ferrari has found the wall on the exit of the final corner. That is not good. That is the only Ferrari that was in Q3 and will not see the end of this qualifying session.
He will be
So
P10 starting this race.
Be P10.
Obviously, because he has crashed. The Slicks now enabling the DRS.
He's kept it quite nice through there.
A bit shaky though. We was stepping out a bit, but I'm interested in what Liam's going to do.
Absolutely, Liam's on an outlap at the moment. He's just in front of Slicks. We might see the car, yeah, just going through the final few corners, getting ready for his lap as Slicks follows him on his lap.
It's a bit of a gamble from Liam because the track does. We've got a tyre in the middle of the track.
We've got 3 cars on intermediates, no, not intermediate, soft tyres at the moment. So obviously
Liam.
taking the gamble. Slicks crosses line now, goes with a 25.3. That is a very good lap from Slicks. Sets the benchmark as we see Liam is on a lap on the softs. What kind of time is this going to be heading through sector 1? Seems very slidey on the rear.
Yeah, but it does look as the car is dripping up to him.
AK Legend goes P2.
Liam decides to lift off. Doesn't want to go full throttle and risk crashing
Has
out.
apparently gone purple for sector 1.
Now this part looks very wet. Sector 3
really got to nail it.
is very dry. Sector 3 is the driest part of the track. A little bit shaky on exit.
He's keeping it on the road though.
This is where the softs will come to him now.
As we see Gravedigger go fastest with a 25.2. A very good lap from the Haas driver. But all eyes are turned to Liam, who's heading through the final few corners now. He's going to be the first person to set a lap on the slick tyres in all of qualifying here tonight. DRS is wide open, heading to the line now. What's it going to be?
The fastest. P6.
It's not for P6, so maybe it is still intermediate conditions. It seems to be driving very slowly.
Liam's going to have to box this lap and the takes out Ventus. Take a massive gamble, but we've got Timmer, who's also on soft. So let's see if it is soft condition. It's not. So he only goes P6.
I wonder how many people are going to go out on the slick tyres at the end.
It's very close up top. It is extremely close actually. Top 5 are all just
about a 10th or so.
Yeah, just about a 10th. Gravedigger, I think Gravedigger's pushing again, but I might be wrong.
It seems like Gravedigger is pushing.
I wasn't expecting to. I would have thought he'd gone in the pits, but he's in the pits.
No, Gravedigger is coming into the pit lane. Okay, would have been a solid time if he did go round.
I think we've got the Legends who's pushing. Apparently, he's gone purple sector 1.
4/10 up currently.
The track
This is going to be
very dry now.
This could be a fantastic lap.
You can actually see the track looks
Liam's
dry.
out there. Liam's out on the slick tyres still. He's gone into the pit lane. Obviously, he might have ran out of fuel.
I think Liam wants to be the last car out on track.
I think we've got Slicks. Absolutely. Slicks is on the soft tyres as well, currently sitting in P2. His teammate, the Legend, is heading through sector 3 at the moment, still on intermediate tyres, but has gone quickest provisionally through the first 2 sectors.
Just has the rest left though.
Yeah, that could really compromise his lap.
He's going to have to do another push lap to get back to the pits in time. To get out of plenty of time. Might go fastest here. He
Oh,
does.
and does go fast. That's 25 flat. Phenomenal stuff from the legend.
Tim on a lap on the softs. He's gone again.
It does look very dry through there now.
It's looking extremely dry now.
Purple through sector 1, 4/10 up currently.
Bit of a wiggle there, but nothing too serious. Shouldn't lose a lot of time.
Tim obviously returning to RSF1 tonight. We want to make a name for himself here in Australia.
Thanks to BB4 obviously, convince him to come back. Oh, he
Oh, and
loses
he's lost it!
He's touched the
That
grass.
that's going to cost him, because this is going to have enough time to get back. We will have enough time to get into the pit lane.
That's a brilliant
But
save there.
yeah, it is honestly
Really
a very
he
good
hasn't
save.
lost it. He touched the grass onto entry there. It just, especially in the wet conditions, just unsettled the rear, causing him to spin obviously.
Slicks is on a lap right now, heading through sector 1.
We do have Kabuki who has stayed in the pits the whole time, so he obviously thinks it was dry enough to come out last minute.
Absolutely. Slicks is 1 second up on his time.
This is flying here.
This is definitely slick tyres now. Slicks is absolutely rapid on the slicks.
Now seeing all the drivers starting to come out of the pit lane now. We've got Liam, the first one, coming out.
This is going to be crucial. Has Slicks done enough? Because the track is just going to get better and better. Very wide is invalidated.
Oh,
Slicks has invalidated. He's going to have to try and do a cool down lap and get enough ERS to build up for one more. But has he got enough
fuel
to go around?
We have Liam in the first car out on track. Might be wrong. It might be a motive car. It is a motive carrot. He decided to go out very early here.
See what Emotive Car can do heading down towards turn 1. DRS is wide open.
How about you take us through the lap, Aaron?
Indeed I shall, heading into turn 1, making sure to clip the inside corner, riding the exit of turn 2, getting on the throttle up towards turn 3. DRS open for the second time in this lap, I'm already 3 corners in. Heading into 4, clipping the inside corner, making sure to set yourself up for this nice beautiful corner of 5. 6 is flat out, and making sure to collect as much curb as you can, making sure not to invalidate. Heading up towards 7, it's a bit of a tricky right-hander, absolutely, 9/10 up, turning into towards the right-handers can be very tricky this part, because you want to get very close to the outside barrier to set yourself up for this very tricky chicane that's seen a lot of people taking it very cautiously, but Motive Carrot's heading through 1.3 up provisionally at the moment, heads through with DRS. Seems to be a very good time for the Aston Martin at the moment. Brakes very nicely in towards the right-hander, collects the curb, but does not invalidate, which is very good. Gets around through the right-hander, only got a couple of corners left. This is where you really need to keep it tidy, because you don't want to invalidate at this point. Has only got one more corner to go, keeps it very nice and close.
Liam is a second and a half up.
Emotive Carrot's all the way to the line now. Emotive Carrot goes P1 with a 22.9. That is the time to beat provisionally.
Liam is
as
flying
you said,
here.
Liam is absolutely flying.
He's almost 2 seconds up.
Heading through sector 2 at the moment.
What can the Williams driver do? Can he take his first ever pole position in RSF1? But
Has
is the
got
track
some very good pace at the moment.
Will the track dry out even more, or will this be enough for the Williams driver?
Liam's only got 2 more corners to go. 1 more dose of DRS. Heading through it now.
Flat to the floor.
Liam
DRS wide
goes
open.
to the line. What's it going to be for Liam? Goes fastest with a 22.1.
Brilliant lap from Liam there.
Absolutely phenomenal, but we have got drivers improving as we speak. We've got Timmer on a lap. We have got Kabuki who is on a lap. Currently heading through sector 2. Gets to the chicane, goes purple. Kabuki has left this to the last second. I think we're going to see a lot of drivers pulling out some absolutely amazing laps now.
Yeah, Bradshaw who has spun it.
Bradshaw will
So
not be setting another lap
he will
probably.
not improve, no. We've got Slicks now, I'm going to stay on board with Slicks here.
We've got Kabuki heading to the line now, the one and only lap for the Aston Martin. Is it going to be enough to take pole position? Kabuki comes to the line now, goes pole position with a 21.8.
Track's improving now, a lot more.
Absolutely. Putting almost 3/10 between him and Liam. We have got other drivers on laps at the moment. One of them is not Gravedigger. Gravedigger has invalidated.
Slicks is
That is
1.6 up.
unfortunate. Timmer's 2 seconds up. Timmer comes to the line now and takes P2 with a 21.8. So close to beating Kabuki, but it's not enough for pole position. We move to Slicks now, who's 1.6 seconds up on his time right now. Absolutely flying, he's 2 seconds up.
And the AlphaTauri is a very good qualifier here.
AK
the
Legend goes
his
quickest.
teammate,
A
smashes that time by
29,
a whole
sorry.
second.
All eyes turn to Slicks now, who is going to be the next one to cross the line as JR Bradshaw did spin it. Slicks is going to come to the line now. Took pole position last week. Can it be a back-to-back pole position for Slicks? It's
not.
way enough for P2.
It's
It's a 21 flat. What's Dave's going to put in? It's enough for
P5.
P5. Have we got anyone else on track at the moment
We
doing
do not.
laps? No, it is not. So it's AK the Legend and Slicks making it an AlphaTauri 1-2 to get us going at Australia, followed by Kabuki, Timmer, Days Freak, Liam, Emotive Carrot, Gravedigger, JR Bradshaw and DCFC rounds out your top 10. How do I get everyone's time throughout the full thing? Because I've only got the top 10 at the moment. Right, okay. Yeah, I'll go on that. Yep, got it. Okay, I've got a screenshot. Everybody, we're having a lobby restart. So please back out and we'll get you back in as soon as possible. Roy, if you'd like to put a message in Division 5 just to let them know.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone lobby restart if you're watching on Twitch. Cool. My ad did not work, but anyway, it's fine. Roy, apparently you're not being able to hear on stream. Might not be. Okay. That's fine. Okay, I'll be taking a little break. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes as we get this lobby restarted away. Sorry for the hold up, everybody. We'll be getting onto this very shortly. Yep, done. Right, I've taken my party audio off. Mhm. I'm just right. That should be it.
We're back.
Okay, sorry for the wait, guys. We were just dealing with a situation, but we should be getting ready to go very soon. Just getting the grid finalised.
Right, and grave
Okay,
digger has rated up.
before we get going, Rory, let's get your predictions.
I think AK the Legend will take the win. I
Hmm.
think if Slicks can keep it clean, he'll definitely be up there. And let me just look at the the grid. I think Days Freak is definitely up there. He's got good base pace. Same with Pima as well.
Absolutely.
I think the podium will have 12 Atauris and a Haas.
It's really anyone's game.
A Haas of some sort.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting race anyway. As we get ready to get going.
I'm just with this stuff in a minute.
No bother. We've got a prediction coming in from Penrose saying that there will be two safety cars is his prediction. I think we'll get more than two safety cars to be honest with you.
This will be interesting because if any drivers decided to have a wet setup for the race, they can now use a dry setup if the race.
Absolutely. They have a fresh set of tyres to choose from as well.
Yeah,
So this opens up a wide variety of strategy.
yeah, 100%.
Um, I'll message you.
Bradshaw for the win. Where's he starting? Would be a very good drive from Bradshaw if he was to win this race.
Absolutely. He's a very quick driver um, in general.
Formation lap is on, isn't it?
I believe so. We should not be too much longer till we get going. Just got the drivers picking their strategies at the moment. I think we may see a mixture of medium and hards.
Doesn't it? It's working.
Mhm. Drivers been given a lot of time right now,
Yeah.
probably to re-put their setups on. Gotta put the stream back up on my phone. Well, here we go. We have got the formation lap underway.
Right, let's see what tyres everyone is on. Most of the grid deciding to take the medium compounded tyres.
No one's taking the hard compound, which is interesting.
But Slick's on the softs, with Liam on the soft. Both Ferraris are also on the softs. We have Adam Moore, who has joined us if you haven't noticed. He has joined us for the race and he'll be starting 17th.
Very quick driver.
Very, very quick driver. He's usually up there for the win, so let's see what he could do from the back of the field.
We've got Nifty saying Bradshaw for the win. Should be very interesting if that occurred.
I think we've got a...
From 9th position.
Just to remind everyone in chat that we do have red flags on standard, so there could be a red flag in this race.
Well, you hope not, but at the same time you hope do, because then it would be a very interesting end to the race.
It will be, it will mix up strategies a lot.
Absolutely. So your grid tonight looks like the legend, and it's Slick, so the AlphaTauri front row, followed by Kabuki. The returning Tim has put in P4, a very good qualifying from himself considering he's not been in the car for a few months, followed by Days Freak. Then we've got Liam, then we've got Emotive Carrot, we've got Gravedigger, who didn't maybe not have had the best qualifying, not what he might have wanted to have. Then we follow with GR Bradshaw, DCFC, Daniel, then comes the two Alpines of Brickgrit and Lalvarez, then comes the two Mercedes of Lisa Vince and BVB Thor, who served a qualifying ban. Then we've got Osiris, who claimed some grid penalties. Then we've got Adam Moore, who did not compete in qualifying, but we do know that Adam Moore is a very rapid driver, so I'm assuming that he'll be very close up to the front.
But the final two
by
drivers
noting.
coming to the back now. So Cyrus misses his grid slot by 100 mile in the background there. Here we go.
And it looks like we are getting ready to go. This is a horrible camera angle that I've got right now. Just waiting
Not
for the
that
lights
bad.
to come on. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights for the Australian Grand Prix in Division 5. And it's lights out and away we go. It's a very decent start from AK the Legend. Has Slicks managed to get the upper hand? No, they're going to go side by side down towards turn 1. Slicks is going to go in ahead. Slicks has made the move into P1. There's a bit of movement in the back as well. Days Freak makes up a move. And what if Carrot makes a move on Liam? But it is Slicks and the Legend that are getting out in front. It's AlphaTauri that remain 1-2 at the moment. But it's Slicks from P2 that is going to lead them on this first lap. Kabuki in P3, Timo in P4. We've got Days Freak in P5 and Motivcar in P6. Slex picks up a 3-second penalty already for corner cutting. We've got Adam Moore making up positions in the background. We've got BVB Thor making up positions on La Alvarez. Not the best start for the Alpine. We've got we've got Days Freak trying to make a move on Timmer as they head down towards the chicane. This is going to be a very good battle between them. Days Freak manages to get ahead though, even before they get to the chicane. So Days Freak moves up into P4. DCFC making a move on Gravedigger in the background, putting him down to P10. We've got moves in the background. They're going 3 wide almost into the right-hander. I think that was GR Bradshaw, Liam and a Motivcar getting in a bit of a battle. Liam has come out on top though, and is in P6, so a very decent start for the Williams. As Slicks leads them over the line to end the first lap of 29. Managed to get the upper hand on his teammate, but has picked up a 3-second penalty before they could even complete the first sector, which is not what he would have been wanting to start the race. So
Adam Moore is going to move on Brick Rit.
We'll jump on board with that one to see how that one's going to fold out.
Adam Moore's over. We're at the P13 from the back of the grid, so that's a very good start from the McLaren driver there.
We'll want to make up more positions as well as he goes hunting for the Alpine of Brick Rit. Everyone seemed to have kept it quite nice and tidy through the first few laps. As Lisa Vince has left the session.
Yeah, our Wi-Fi wasn't very good.
Roy, if you could maybe try and invite Lisa back.
Yep, I'll get on that.
Thank you. As we see Adam Moore trying to go side by side with Brick Rit heading towards the chicane. Is he going to get ahead before they even get there? Brick Rit's not going to go out without a fight. There's a little bit of contact, but Adam Moore makes it ahead. And there's all a bit of shoving from Brick Rit trying to get him through the corner a wee bit quicker. But Adam Moore has made it up to P12 and now has his sights on Daniel in P11.
How do I add
Race director. Race director.
Yeah, I'm on that, but
View game card. If you're able to.
just view lap times.
We've got Gravedigger trying to make the move on DCFC heading towards turn 1. It's going to be close, but Gravedigger does not manage to get ahead. Crucially, we have DRS enabled now as Brick Rit and Thor having a battle in towards turn 1. Brick Rit comes out ahead though, as Osiris didn't have the greatest of starts, is all the way down in P17 and 14 seconds behind his closest rival. Moving back to the front of the grid, it's the Alpha Tauris that are just pulling away at the moment, trying to get a race of their own. As Days has made it move up into P3, I didn't even realise that, got past Kabuki.
The Legend has so much more ERS than Slicks.
Absolutely, just saving it.
Slicks goes very wide there, cuts the corner.
Cuts over the corner.
He's going to give
This is
the Legend the run.
the Legend's chance to re-inherit the lead. Is he going to go down the inside? Opts to not do that, but Days is on the attack as well, trying to hunt down these two.
Got Liam, who's very close behind Kabuki now. All the Williams
We'll have a look at Liam.
Coming on the main straight. Slicks misses the
Crucially,
apex,
will Days
goes on the
manage to make a
grass.
move? Days is very close to making a move as well.
He could pick off both Alpha Tauris here. Here comes the
Slicks has
McLaren
no
driver.
DRS, he's an absolute standing duck. They're nearly going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Days is going to go
Gets
down the
move on.
inside. Makes the move on the Legend and he's up. And Slicks has picked up another 3 second. But AK Legend is back through because Days I think went a wee bit too wide. Liam didn't make a move on Kabuki either, so stays in P5. But Slicks has the upper hand on track position, but has 6 seconds worth of penalties to contend with. Days will be wanting to try and keep Kabuki behind, and also try and make up positions on the Legend, because he knows that these two drivers are absolutely rapid, as Liam is very close to the back of Kabuki. The DRS train sort of forming as we have a bit of contact maybe. I think it was just a bit of a position change between Timmer and Bradshaw as they head through the chicane. Bradshaw up to P6. Moving back onto Liam, who is getting very close to the inside of Kabuki. He's going to see a move into the right hander. No, Liam stays behind, but has got a beautiful run. on Kabuki as they head through the final few corners on this lap.
Slicks misses the apex again, and that allows his teammate to come side by side with him into the final corner. Round the
Round the
outside.
outside,
What a move.
Slicks might have let him through there, knowing he had a little bit more pace.
Here
But
comes Days
anyway,
Freak.
Legend does make the move. Days Freak is getting very close to the back of Slicks as well.
We've got Timmer and
We've
Bradshaw.
got Timmer and Bradshaw making some very good battles between themselves, as Emotive Carrot gets involved in that as well.
Ferrari going off there. That's DCFC. He's found the wall. Well, he's got no damage, so he's able to continue. Lovely three-way battle here between Timmer, Bradshaw and Emotive
As
Carrot.
Days makes a move on Slicks. Phenomenal stuff from the American, makes it up into P2 as our safety car. I believe that is
Osiris
for
went straight on.
Osiris went
Lost the front
straight
wing.
on. So that has brought out the full course safety car.
Days is up to P2 now.
Very good stuff from Days. It's really dialed into this track. So now all the cars will slow down.
Don't think anyone
I would say it's a bit too early.
Obviously Osiris is in for that front wing change.
But will drivers take the gamble? I'm not too sure about.
I think it's just a bit too early for the gamble right now.
I mean, if you're either one of the back three, it might not be a bad shout.
Aaron, during the safety car, can you try and invite Lisa back?
No bother. It seems at least it's on a different console. I was on PC, so I'm not able to invite her back. As Osiris comes out of the pit lane very slowly. We did see a few box actually. We had Thor come in. We had I think it was Liam, and we had Lalvez. We had JR Bradshaw, DCFC. Adam Moore came in, and Osiris obviously came in with that front wing damage. Liam has taken the gamble and gone onto the hard tyres already. Will Liam be able to take those tyres 23 laps? So that's the question. Failed to mention that Slicks also came in, who was running in P3 before the safety car. So safety car might be in at the end of this lap, or we might be going around one more time, depends. Yeah, we're gonna have one more lap of the safety car it looks like.
Interesting to look at the gambles here from Liam.
Absolutely. That'll be an interesting one to watch. As we see Lalvez coming into the pit lane now.
They went for Adam Moore.
So both of these drivers coming in, I think it will be to put on a set of hard tyres. And it is the white stripes for Lalvez. Is it the white stripes for Adam Moore as well? Yes, it is.
We have
Adam Moore has to put on a new front wing as well.
Slicks has a 9 seconds time penalty and DCFC has 3-second time penalties.
Slicks had an absolutely phenomenal start, but got caught out due to penalties. One of the biggest winners, it has to be said, is Days Freak making it up to P2 already.
Yeah, 100%. American has gained 3 positions.
Absolutely.
Obviously the biggest winner of this restart of the start is Thor. gaining 8 positions.
We've had Alvarez have a little bit of trouble coming through the corners of 3 and 4. Adam Moore did get past due
Yeah,
to him being off track.
TVB Thor has gained 8 positions from 7 laps. I think safety car will be in this lap.
I would say so.
Should be in this lap, yeah. Should be. Will we see the lights go out on the safety car?
We seem to be cutting it very close.
Or will safety car...
Yep, safety car is in this
Bert
lap.
Mylander
It's a very close call.
He's decided that it's time to go into the pit lane.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
So when is AK the Legend going to release? We've seen a few drivers releasing quite early in the past 2 races in Division 1 and 2, but what is AK the Legend going to choose? He's going to hold it for a little bit longer, has decided to go, has left Days Freak a little bit off guard, who tried to get side by side with him as he headed down the straight towards turn 1 on the safety car restart, but stays with him a little bit. Kabuki also wanting to get involved in this as well, but it's the Legend that stays ahead as they head through turn 1 on the safety car restart on lap 8. We've got Liam making up the move on Lisa into P11. Very solid move. Adam Moore is making up moves, and we've got a lot of moves going on for P12 and P15. We'll try and jump on board with that.
Did Liam box for the hards?
Absolutely, Liam did box for the hards. Adam Moore is trying to get past Lalvarez and does make quick work of that. We've got, I think that's a ghosted car.
Liam's on the mediums.
It's the car of Osiris.
Or is that just for me?
No, I think Liam actually might have boxed. Yeah, Liam is on the mediums at the moment, so it's an interesting call. As Gravedigger makes up the move on his teammate, we've got Slex making up moves on the Alpha, as the Alpha Tauri on the Alpine. Gravedigger picks up a 3-second though. Liam makes up a move on Brickrit. Very good stuff from Liam. Really needs to put the power down to get back up those positions that he lost due to pitting.
I don't think Liam
the Legend.
We got a spin, almost a spin there from Days Freak.
It's Days. Absolutely, I just got on board with that at the right time, but has managed to keep the gap over Kabuki, but Kabuki's coming at him down towards turn 1. They're going side by side. This is a drag race down towards turn 1. Kabuki's going to have the inside line though as they head down towards turn 1. Who's going to be later on this contact? And Kabuki's round. Kabuki's been spun around by Days. And we've got another car going straight on, and it's Slex. Slex has gone straight on at turn 1.
Motive Carrot is going for 2nd place on Days Freak here. She's going to go for the switchback, but Days has that covered. But she's going to go try down the inside. Goodness, it goes Motive Carrot. Days Freak goes wide.
Goes rise, picks up a 3 seconds, stays in P3 though. We've got Liam making up the moves on Thor.
There goes Motive
Got
Carrot.
a very good slipstream.
Motive Carrot has got the move down on Days Freak, but Days Freak is going to come back here on the Aston Martin. They're going to go side by side. Days Freak will have the DRS, I think. Here comes Motive Carrot back again. Got a brilliant battle here. We do have DRS because we've just off a safety car restart, but the American man stays in front of the Aston Martin driver.
Very good battle between these two for P2. Kabuki obviously had a little bit of contact with Days. We'll see what's said about that. And Motive Carrot getting very close to the back of Days there. Also, I wonder what happened to Slex. He went straight on at turn 1. Thor has rejoined the session. We'll be happy to know that he's up in P7. DRS is enabled on this lap. AK the Legend with a massive gap of 6 seconds due to the collision with Days and Kabuki. As we have yellow flags in sector 3, so Cyrus is out. Cyrus is out, that brings out another safety car.
He's caused 2 safety cars now. Will we see Liam box for the hards? Because he obviously boxed for the mediums on the first safety car. Will he go onto the hards? The hards will last. They will last its distance.
It'll be interesting to see if anyone does decide to come in and put the hard tyres on.
I think Liam kind of has to, because I don't think the mediums... He might with the safety cars. I'm not sure if the mediums will last.
This is good for Days because it gets him right back up behind AK the Legend as well.
Days Freak does have a time penalty though.
Absolutely. But there's a long way to go in this race.
This really helps Kabuki out, as he did spin, so this brings him back into contention on the hard compounded tyres.
Probably be utter frustration from though, knowing that he was up in the podium positions, but now is fighting down at plumb last really. I'm really interested to see who decides to come in here though.
Yeah,
We've
it'll be very
got
interesting.
Legend coming around the final corner. What is he going to opt to do? Stays out. Days stays out. Well, Days comes in actually. Days and the Motive Car both come in. We've got Gravedigger staying out. We've got Timmer coming in. We've got Liam staying out. We've got Thor staying out. JR Bradshaw. We've got Daniel who's decided to come in. Rightgrit's decided to come in. It's a very busy pit lane for the second safety car in a row. As they all pile up to the back of the safety car.
Surprised Liam didn't box there. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
being on the medium compound tyres, I don't know if they'll last this long. Maybe he's done 5 laps on them already.
Can be a very long stint from Liam if he wants to keep these tyres alive to the end.
There's obviously the chance of another safety car coming out after this. This could actually work out for Liam. It's a massive gamble from the Williams driver.
Last night in Division 2 we had Grunty taking the soft tyres. I think it was 16 laps, which was a phenomenal stint from himself. Managed to pick up P3 in the end.
Very good drive. Obviously, we have got 5 drivers on mediums, and the rest of them are on the hards. As we go for another lap of the safety car, because Kabuki has not quite caught up yet.
Kabuki's got a bit of ground to make up.
It's a bit of an odd gamble here from the Legend and Gravedigger. Obviously, with the safety car coming out, they haven't decided to box, and this bunches the whole field back up. So when it comes to their pit stop time, will they have a big enough gap to be able to box and not lose any positions that much? And we have a driver in the pits. We have Lalvarez in the pits. He's decided to change his tyres as well. But what compound has he gone on to? Gone to the medium compound. He clearly thinks that the mediums will go the distance here.
I mean, 15, it'll be around about, I'd say 16 laps left to do on those tyres by the time we get green flags again, so it's not a lot to ask really.
I wonder what the Legend and Gravedigger and Thor will do. Obviously, being at the front of the field, they have everything to lose without boxing under the safety car. Will they be able to build a gap that won't lose them that much time? Or will they go right to the back of the field and
They'll
lose
have
all
to
the
hang
time?
out for another safety car.
Yeah, they will. And if they don't, they'll have to hope that when the box, that in the closing stage there is a late safety car. We have Alvarez catching up to the back of the field now, so I assume the safety car will be in at the end of this lap.
For the second time in this race, it will be AK the Legend that controls the pace through Sector 3 and decides when to release, but he has got his nearest championship rival behind him in Gravedigger.
Just
This
5
could get
points
quite
separate them.
interesting. This could get very interesting heading down towards turn 1.
Obviously Gravedigger with that time penalty.
Absolutely.
There's chaos at the back here with the ghosted cars.
If you could take us on the safety car restart, Roy, I've really got to plug my mic in.
We have the
Slow
Legend.
it charge.
He has gone fairly earlier than he had last time. He's got Gravedigger closely following him behind. Not able to make a move into turn 1 though. We don't have any overtakes actually coming down into turn 1. We've got Gravedigger who's dropped a couple tenths. Has Liam straight there. Liam hits the back of Gravedigger. No damage there. But the Williams driver was a bit close for comfort there. Further back we've got Slicks with another time penalty. Got Days Freak going very wide. We've got 3 cars fighting here, all going side by side. Days Freak is trying to make the move on Slicks. But up front we've got Liam, who's right behind Gravedigger. Coming down the back straight. No DRS obviously, safety cars just happened. Liam down, he's got 1. Will he get 2 here? Liam is up to P2. Brilliant from the Williams driver there. He gets
Liam
the
is
job done.
absolutely flying.
He might even get the legend here. Here goes Liam. He goes for the outside line.
Liam's going to go round the outside.
Is he going to send it?
He's opting to stay behind.
He decides not to.
Liam is very close to the back of the legend.
7 new medium tyres are working a treat for the Williams driver here.
Absolutely.
But he has to watch that he doesn't use his tyres that much because that will start to hurt him in the later stage of the race. Obviously he has got 46% ERS. So he will I think Liam should back off here, as he has got a comfortable gap to DCFC behind, who obviously has to get past
GR Bradshaw makes the move on Thor in towards turn 1. Phenomenal stuff from GR Bradshaw, picking up another position yet into P5.
Got Adam Moore on the back of BV4 here. He's going to go down the inside. Just about contact, it keeps it clean. He's going to go round the outside.
Oh, very close between them two, but respectful racing nonetheless.
We have Slicks, who has retired from the session in the pit lane.
That's unfortunate. It's another DNF for Slicks after a very good qualifying.
Contact! And we've got Days Freak hitting the back of BV4.
Oh, and that's a big crash!
And a motive carrot is out as well.
We have 2 big crashes.
I just got that.
Oh my, that was a massive crash for
Another
BVB Thor and a motive carrot.
That actually really helps Liam out here because he can decide to box.
I'm surprised honestly that wasn't a red flag.
Yeah, there's a big crash there. Slicks retired at the wrong time because as soon as Slicks retired from the race, the safety car instantly came out.
It's unfortunate.
It's very
But
unfortunate.
the question is
Legend
Liam coming into the pit lane?
He has to, surely.
He has to, surely.
He's in the pits.
In comes Legend, in comes Liam. Beautiful strategy from Liam right now. Just sticking with the leaders.
DCFC decides to stay out. He was on the same strategy as Liam.
Adam Moore will lead. No, sorry, DCFC will lead from Adam Moore.
He was on the same
Days has
strategy
to
as
come
Liam.
in.
I wonder what DCFC is thinking there. Obviously Liam thinks
Days has to come in for a new
far.
front wing. Days on to another set of medium tyres.
Liam's down to P10, so that's still in the points. Obviously
Has Liam
everyone-
done both compound changes though?
He went from softs to mediums.
He was on the soft, so absolutely Liam does not have to stop again in this race if he doesn't wish to.
Obviously we have Lisa Vince, Alvarez, Kabuki, Rick Rick, Timmer, Daniel, Adam Moore, who started last up to second in DCFC.
Phenomenal stuff from Adam Moore.
We have the legends deciding to go on the soft compounds. He thinks he can take these.
I mean, we did see it last night
He did.
with a massive stint from Grunty.
This could be either 0 to 0 or 0 to 0. But it was already
We'll
leading
see
anyway,
it in
but
the next 14 laps.
obviously with him having the soft compounded tyres on, they will start to wear out quickly, but they will be the faster tyres, and he will be the fastest man for the first stint of this late stage of the race.
Crazy Fish, anyone else getting a lot of mic crackle? Yeah, it's something, it's a Twitch issue I think with the co-com, because it's been happening a lot recently, so yeah. We see Kabuki coming into the pit lane for the second time this race, I believe.
That might be Kabuki's third time of the race.
It might well be. I've lost track. We'll check actually.
And that's Kabuki's second stop of the race actually. We have no, not a single driver has stopped 3 times.
Adam Moore has stopped twice and is up in P2 at the moment,
Very good
showing
strategy from
incredible
McLaren.
stuff.
He's gained 15 positions, Adam Moore has. And the biggest loser is obviously being Slicks from P2 down to P16 with the DNF.
So we will have a new leader when the safety car comes into the pit lane.
It's very interesting to see what the top two can do, because they're both on
Definitely.
used set tyres.
As I think Lisa Vince might have had a little bit of a moment because there was a bit of position changing. Safety car's in at the end of this lap.
But for the first time in this race, DCFC, the Ferrari will lead us from the safety car restart. Will he choose to go later or earlier than the legends? But Daniel, we don't count out Daniel, 5 laps on them hard comfortable tyres.
Absolutely.
As
Very good
Lisa
stuff
has
from
the
Daniel
session
so
again.
far. Hopefully Lisa can get back in soon because he's running a very decent race at the moment.
I think they might get points for this if they do finish in the top 10, as they have completed more than 25% of the race.
Anyway, DCFC does release now, heading down towards turn 1. Has built a little bit of a gap towards Adam, but not as big of a gap as Adam to Daniel. And not as big of a gap as Adam to Timma as well. These front three have just pulled away as DCFC dives in towards turn 1, leading from Adam Moore, Daniel, Timma, Brickgrit and Alvarez. Timma picks up a 3-second penalty though for, I believe, corner cutting
There
at
goes
turn
Liam
1.
and
The Legend.
Alvarez.
And Legend has picked up a position as well. As we see Liam going to the inside of Alvarez, makes the move in towards turn 3. Liam is absolutely flying when it comes to new tyres. Now hunts down the Legend. Absolutely an outstanding performance from Liam as we see him trying to close down the gap towards AK the Legend.
He's going to have a brilliant slipstream on DCFC here, going down the back straight. He decides to pull out of the slipstream there, maybe just pull tyres a bit. And he's not using any ERS.
Gets a beautiful exit though. He's going to get the run on him. DCFC goes wide. Adam Moore takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix.
We've got Liam on Brickgrit. Will he go to the inside? He does go to the inside. Down the inside goes Liam. Will he get the move done? Yes, he will. Or no, he won't. He decides to back out of it.
Bradshaw making the move on Days Freak as well. This is a very good battle. Days Freak beside Alvarez as well. Days Freak moves it back up to P10.
Liam is all over the back of Brickgrit here. They have been looking very vulnerable on them youth compound hards. There goes Liam down into turn 1.
Fastest lap.
Lovely move from Liam there.
A phenomenal move from Liam.
Lovely move from Liam there. He's absolutely flying here. You can't count him out.
Gravedigger making the move as well on Brickgrit.
Obviously, Liam last week
running a brilliant race.
His wheel actually broke and ended up taking a few drivers out. It was good to see him up there fighting again.
Absolutely.
Legend is all over the back of Timmy here.
Legend gets past Timmer. That was quite obvious because Legend is on the soft tyres at the moment. But, will probably not have the run when it comes towards the end. He's going to pick up the second Williams. The Legend staying behind Daniel, who is in P3 at the moment. Legends does run a bit wide through the final few corners.
There's nothing separating the top two right now.
Here comes the Legend down the main straight. Pulls to the inside, DRS is enabled, going to use the ERS for good measure. His nose is ahead into turn 1, his full car's ahead as he exit turn 1. Legends moves up back into the podium position. As we've got Brickgrit making the move on Days Freak. Days Freak making the move on Brickgrit, apologies.
All of this fighting back here between Legends, Daniel and Timmer has brought Liam straight back into contention. He's all over the back of them.
Absolutely, it's a really good chance for Liam to pick up his first proper podium in RSF1, but we don't want to get our hopes up just yet, because here comes Liam down the back straight. He's all over Timmer. He's going to have the DRS as well. He's not got much ERS to play with though, that's the problem.
Timmer will have the slipstream from Liam's teammate here.
Timmer's getting very close to the back of Daniel as well.
Liam needs to save his ERS here, but here goes Timmer.
Here goes Timmer. Liam's going to have a lovely run as his teammate goes wide, lets them both through. Liam's up into P5, gets very close to the back of his back contact. Liam's out! Oh no! Oh, Liam.
Oh,
Liam's gone out.
Liam.
That's brought out the 4th safety car. You've got a feel for him. He was running an absolutely almost perfect race for himself.
He was going brilliantly there, Liam was. He pulled up a brilliant strategy.
We see Gravedigger coming into the pit lane. As we see Timmer as well crawling into the pit lane.
Got a bunch of drivers now changing for the soft compound
picked up
tyres.
a bit of that as well. Yeah, matey, I absolutely did. I can't believe it. That's what devastates me the most. That actually is what devastates me the most. Can't believe it. I've just jinxed one of my best friends.
Yeah, we've just cursed Liam.
I've absolutely gutted. Anyway, we move on. I'll get a right good shouting at from him after this, but anyway, we move on as Adam Moore leads them during the safety car from DCFC. Who decided to pit during that? We had Daniel, Kabuki, and the 2 Hasses of Gravedigger and Timmer. As Adam Moore decides to come into the pit lane, as does Brickgrit and Daniel and Alvarez.
The DCFC will now lead the Australian Grand Prix.
Liam becomes our 5th retirement of this race, but it sees Legend being put in a phenomenal position to win this race, only on 6 lap old hards.
Yeah, it's hard to be very good now.
Soft, sorry.
So yeah, softs will be very good because safety car has helped save tyre wear for the AlphaTauri driver.
You know what, this has brought Days back into a great position as well.
As 6 lap old medium compound tyres. Same with Bradshaw as well.
Lisa Vince in P5. It's got to be said.
Standard, that is. Call the
That's
race
the
off.
outstanding
Call
driver
the race
at the
off.
moment. But Lisa Vince is in AI mode at the moment. Can someone please try and get Lisa Vince back in here? I really want to see Lisa Vince try and hold off the other remaining 7 drivers.
has brought Bradshaw right back into it. When does DCFC release? So he releases at the same point he did last time. He's not got AK the Legend. Legend is right with him. Oh, brilliant restart here from Legend.
We're gonna go side by side in towards turn 1.
Down the inside. Contact!
There's contact!
Round.
Legend's round!
And there's more contact!
Oh, that's very dangerous from Legend to come back across like that.
That was scary there.
Luckily there's ghosting on, because there was a Haas coming right head on at him. Bradshaw leads this race now from DCFC and Days Freak.
We just commentating Curse again on AK the Legend. We told him he had a brilliant shot at winning, and he made contact.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about people having good races from now on.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's JR Bradshaw that leaves from DCFC and Days Freak, Kabuki, Gravedigger, and Lisa Vincent P6.
We had people at the start of the race saying Bradshaw for the win.
We've got Days Freak trying to make the move around the outside on DCFC.
He breaks later. Can he get the move
side
done?
by side? Guys, keep it clean, please. Oh, it's very close. Both drivers nearly going off.
This is allowing Bradshaw to pull away though.
Yeah, these two really have to work together if they want to try and get something.
If you haven't noticed, Days Freak has amazing straight line speed. He's running quite good high downforce. As you can see, he's gaining and he's gaining and he's gaining. He doesn't have enough though to get DCFC.
The thing is, he is carrying a penalty at the moment, which will promote Kabuki to P3.
Kabuki's fighting with Gravedigger though.
Gravedigger gets through.
He will probably take the championship lead back if it stays like this, with AK the Legend being out of the points.
As Alvarez gets past the ghosted car of Lisa Vince.
My game is cracking like crazy here.
Days Freak will be wanting to pull away as much as he can to retain his P3. We'll take a look at the penalties as it stands. Days Freak on 6 seconds worth of penalties, so it's going to be very difficult for him to try and pull something back as Timmer moves ahead of Alvarez, but goes very wide. Will this allow Alvarez to get back through? It doesn't seem like it, but AK Legend's going to have a run on them as well.
We've got a contact behind, and Days Freak has spun DCFC. We've got more.
I'm not too sure
off.
what happened there, but we've got DCFC off.
We've got Days Freak up to P2 now, with Bradshaw 4 seconds clear of the McLaren driver. Gravedigger's been caught up in that as well because he's down to P10, and that has now put Legends up to P7.
I'm not too sure what has happened there.
We've got another safety car.
It's another safety car. We're going to get a few lap shootout.
Surely drivers box onto the soft compound tyres now. They have to.
We've got to see it.
I'm not sure how DCFC's managed to crash there. It looks like he's gone straight on.
2 nights in a row we could be getting a few like a couple lap shootouts.
Surely we see Bradshaw box the soft here.
We've got Brickrat and
goes into the back of Days Freak there under the safety car. But the one person this hasn't helped out is obviously
Days Freak and Kabuki and Brickrat all got very close under that safety car.
Obviously,
I think everyone trying to get maybe into the pit lane. Days Freak stays out. I'm sure one of them three had to have come in there.
This won't help Days Freak at all with that 6-second time penalty.
Who's coming in? We've got the Legend coming in. We've got Alvarez coming in.
Really, Gravedigger stays out. He does stay out. He gets track position. He decides to get track position over his championship rival.
This inherits the lead with Days Freak and Kabuki. Days Freak will lead them, but he's got that 6 second penalty, so well, he managed to create a big enough gap.
Kabuki is on the 5 lap old soft compounded tyres as well. Just keep in mind that
This
he
is
was almost lapped when the second safety car came out, and he's now fighting for the
absolutely.
lead. Adam Moore though, the box, he's down to P11.
Provisionally, Kabuki is leading this race with Days' penalties.
We could see a Williams and an Alpine on the podium here. Obviously, the only Williams left in the race. But we do have McLaren leading. McLaren in 11th right now.
We'll have a look at who boxed onto the tyres.
Three drivers decided to box.
JR Bradshaw on fresh soft tyres, AK the Legends, and Alvarez following him as well. Adam Moore on 2 lap old softs, Kabuki 5 laps, Brickert and Daniel both on the same amount of laps with 4.
Gonna have a couple
Tim on
laps
5 lap
here.
old mediums.
Safety car is not in this lap.
We're gonna have a 3 lap shootout at this point. As Days Freak leads them over the line for one more lap of the safety car. Surely it's got to be in.
Gravedigger has boxed on. He is now in the pits.
Has he missed the window though? Surely.
Safety car is going very slow. The soft composite tyres go onto the Haas. Safety car's only the back of the pack's just gone through turn 1, so he will catch up to them fairly quickly. He comes out of the pit lane now. Safety car is just coming through turn 5.
Yeah, it's gonna be very easy for Gravedigger to catch up.
He will catch up, but he does have a time penalty, 3 seconds worth.
John Clates is saying that the race winner is one of P7, 8 and 9.
That's very good. Got Legends saying in chat that Days Freak is too quick and he's ready to be promoted to Division 4. Safety car will be in this lap, so we will have another driver leading us from a safety car restart. We had the Alpha Tauri on the safety car restart, a Ferrari, now we've got a McLaren. When does Days Freak decide to go though?
He's burning as much extra fuel that he's got.
He is staying in first gear. He's gone. And Days Freak goes and he catches Kabuki out there. He catches everyone
We
out
have
there
a
really.
3 lap shootout for the lead of the race. It's going to be really Kabuki and Daniel are going to be fighting for this. Days Freak leads them down towards turn lap for the third last time as they head through turn 1. Adam Moore is absolutely flying. He's made up 2 positions already off of this safety car restart, but has lost them out as going wide through turn 2. Has lost out to AK the Legend and Bradshaw, and now Gravedigger as well. So Adam Moore, all the progress that he made up on the first run after the safety car, has lost it all, and is going to go to plumb last at this rate because Alvarez is in the pit lane. We've got Days Freak continuing to lead. Adam Moore gets back ahead of Lisa Vins.
Days Freak is just leading the race though. 3 tenths separate him and Kabuki, and Brickrit is 4 tenths behind Days Freak as well. Got top 4 all within a tenth of each other here. And of course the only person in the top
Rory
4.
Alvarez needs an invite back.
Is he not in the game?
Very quickly. No. So it's Days Freak that continues to lead. It's Kabuki and Brett Gret going at it. Kabuki stays ahead though as they get towards the right hander, and there's a bit of contact. Brett Gret gets very close to the back of Kabuki.
Daniel is also very close. This is also going to bring Timmer into
Certainly.
play. We're on the
AK Legend is back ahead of Gravedigger as well. That's
coming into
crucial
the
for the
penultimate lap
championship.
now.
Gravedigger
Gravedigger captain.
is catching. He's trying to get
Legend.
past his nearest championship rival.
We've got a car going very far off there. That was Daniel. Daniel's lost so much possessions
Daniel's
now.
lost so many positions now. That promotes Timmer.
Gravedigger around the outside of Bradshaw. That's Legend
Oh, and
actually.
AK Legend with a very good
What
move.
a move.
We've got Kabuki still provisionally leading this race as Days Freak does have penalties.
The Legend is flying here. He's right behind the Haas of Timmer. We've got Bradshaw is actually coming back at the Legend here. The Legend is burning his ERS though.
Oh, they're all very close as they head through the chicane.
The Legend has a brilliant exit there.
Legend on Timmer. Gonna
Right on the
dive
inside.
down the inside. It's a very good move from the Legend, making it up to P4.
Gravedigger
A chance of
is
getting
down
on the
P7.
podium
He's
as
gone
well.
again. He's going to go around the outside of turn 15. Around the outside of turn 15. Bit of contact made.
Legend is back up into podium positions. Timmer moves past Brett Grit as well. DRS is enabled for the final lap.
This freak is
What will
going.
Kabuki do? Will
Oh,
Kabuki try and
contact
get
there.
past? Yeah, Legend got very close to the back of Kabuki, I saw.
This freak will drop down to P9 at this point.
Timmer going to try and dive down the inside. They get very close, but Timmer does not get the move, and Legend's going to lose out to Brett Grit though.
Here comes the Legends. This will be for the race win.
All Kabuki has to do is stay within 6 seconds of Days Freak, and he is locked in. I believe his first win in RSF1.
But here comes the Legend though.
Legend is all over the back of Kabuki.
Look, he's going to defend everything he has, but he just steams down the outside. Doesn't even get to the braking zone.
Legend moves ahead of Kabuki and looks like is going to win this race.
Got Daniel going very far off there.
As we got in the background, Adam Moore trying to make the move on Timmer. Doesn't manage to get it past, but Bradshaw gets the move on Brett Grit.
Going to turn 15 now.
Come around the final corner now. It's going to be Days Freak that leads them over the line right now. But it looks like it's going to be the Legend that picks up the win ahead
Days
of
Freak.
Kabuki, and Adam Moore with an absolute outstanding performance.
This freak wins it on track, but the Legends wins it on time penalties with Kabuki in second place.
Adam Moore rounds out your podium positions with JR Bradshaw finishing 4th, 5th going to Brett Grit, then 6th and 7th for the two Hash drivers, Timmer and Gravedigger. With time penalties, Days Freak has dropped down to P8, Daniel P9, Lisa Vince P10, and Alvarez is P11 of the finishers.
Look, we have Kabuki on 10 lap old soft tyres, taking them. So we've got Adam who has left the session. We'll try and invite them to the party for our race interview.
That was a very close battle at the end between those 5 drivers.
We'll get them in the party now. Actually, the Legends on a different console, so we won't be able to get them in the party.
We might be able to get Kabuki in. We'll get Adam Moore in here as well. You've really got to feel for Kabuki. It looked like it was certain that he was going to win that at the end, but the pure speed of the AK the Legend just going through and claiming it at the end.
Try and get Kabuki in here if we can.
We're not going to get Kabuki in because Kabuki wants to wait until that RSF1 win to do the interview.
Does he?
So it looks like we're only going to get one person in tonight, and it is our P3 um, finisher of tonight.
Have you texted what the audio?
I have, yes.
We'll get ready in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to get out of the thing and head to the showroom. And we will get that orange McLaren up on the screen.
Actually, papaya.
Papaya orange. Thanks for reminding me. Anyway, we will get on with this interview. Mr. Adam Moore, you missed qualifying tonight,
I did.
but an absolutely outstanding race from yourself to get yourself on the podium. Talk me through the process of like just getting through the pack and getting to where you finished.
Well, to be honest, I don't entirely know how I did it because at the start of the last lap, I was in P9.
It came really down to penalties. Your teammate Days Freak was on to win it, but had 6 seconds worth of penalties.
He
So
did, yeah, it's
unfortunate.
unfortunate. I think he
But
ended
yeah,
up
you
at
sound
P8, which
yeah, you
is,
sound
it's
absolutely
unfortunate to
exhausted
see.
after that one.
It was intense. It was a lot, that one. Four
Yeah, there
stops.
was
I broke
a
my
lot
wing
going on.
twice,
Mhm. Yeah, well,
but
you
I
never gave
do.
up, and
I do have pace around Australia. Always have.
yeah, you certainly showed it tonight. How do you feel about our next race heading to Italy?
Well, I've got a setup, but I think I might need some tweaks. I like the track and I am quick, but the back end's a bit loose at the minute, so there's some tweaking
Mhm.
left to do, some testing, but I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, well, hopefully we see a very good run on this pace and performance, and we should see you up there fighting for the championship with Gravedigger and Legend, who are very quick drivers this season.
They certainly are.
Um, if you had to pick one of the drivers on the grid, who would you pick as your rival, you'd say?
A rival, probably Gravedigger. To be honest, we do tend to be together quite a lot.
Yeah, well, it's obviously very. We've seen it out there today. It was hard but respectful racing between you two.
We do try and
But
keep it sort of fair, and
yeah, hmm
there's
yeah, that's what it's all about.
there's a lot of
hmm
respect between the two of us,
Yeah,
making room. As long as it's hard and fair, it's fine.
yeah. Roy, do you have any questions or anything you'd like to say to our third place driver?
Not really, just a brilliant drive from the back of the
Thank you
grid,
very much.
obviously.
Yes, yeah,
Having the box twice for a front wing change and still getting a podium is quite outstanding,
yes,
actually.
it's not bad. I'll take it.
Not bad at all, so well done to you and enjoy the podium.
Thank you very much.
So that'll be it for tonight. We're not going to be able to get the legend or Kabuki in. Kabuki wants to wait until that RSF1 win to have the interview. But that will do us for tonight. It's been me, Aaron SEO, as your main com. It's been an absolute pleasure to have Mr. Wee Biscuits, aka Rory, on the co-com tonight, and we'll see him hopefully in the near future with the rest of these races for season 5.
Season 9.
Sorry, um, have I been on mute that whole time?
No,
So could you hear me on the stream?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
That was crazy because my mic was had the red symbol on it showing that I was on mute. Um, right. Okay, we'll go with that then. Adam, a very good race from yourself. And we'll hopefully see a good run of form from yourself
Hopefully.
at Italy next week.
Yep. Hopefully so.
Um, we'll end the stream there. It's been me, Aaron, SEO on main comms, joined by Wee Biscuits for the first time of many, and we will catch you guys tomorrow night for Division 3 around Australia, which I will be racing in. So if you want to come along and see me trying to keep it on track, unlike last week, yeah, do so. We'll be back same time next week for Division 5 around Italy. So have a good night, guys, and we will see you all next week.